What's up, guys? You already know, it's me, Kira, and today I have a special treat for you all, a guide on how to beat Sheik. Judging from all the salty comments on our Are You a Sheik Player video, most of you clearly don't understand how this character works and could use a little push in the right direction. So without further ado, let's get into it. Shoutouts to Magic Scrumpy for showing us this sick widescreen format. Sheik has a lot of fast attacks that reach pretty far, and she may look scary in the neutral game, but with all of her options, they can really be boiled down to two simple ones: aerials and dash attack. Sheik's oftentimes approach with forward air or neutral air, which can be started immediately after the jump or low to the ground. If the aerials are done instantly, then Sheik is vulnerable as she lands, but if they're done low to the ground, then you can intercept her initial jump before the move comes out. With Falcon, for example, you can either short hop knee or neutral air at her to get her to do instant aerials, then dash dance grab her fairs or her nairs. An auto cancel nair can also be shield grabbed or crouch canceled since it isn't strong on the way down. If you aren't close enough to punish her aerial straight up, you can always wait just outside her range. Usually running up to her or dash dancing close to her will get the Sheik to throw out a defensive move such as a forward tilt, jab, or spot dodge. You can either wave dash down just outside forward tilt range, dash dance very close to her, or even full hop over her grounded move and get a hit in that way. Dash attack is both fast and has the longest range of any of her attacks, which makes it the most threatening move and the one you want to watch out for the most. Boost grabs are also in this category as they generally attack the same spot and do the same thing. So what you want to do is stay patient and make it look like you're going to attack, then space around the dash attack or grab just enough to make them whiff. Since Sheik isn't that great at fast approaches in general, many Sheik players will pull the trigger too early and can be baited to one of these options if you get close enough. Aside from grab, any of these moves can also be crouch canceled at low percent. Each character has their own set of tools that they may want to use against her, but if she's close to you, you can simply hold down and get a free punish a lot of the time. Some characters can even get a guaranteed punish on any of Sheik's aerials no matter what, as long as they're at a low enough percent. Many players overreact to needles, giving Sheik a lot of free openings. For example, one of the standard things that Sheik players like to do is throw a few single needles to force the opponent to either jump or run forward. Before you do anything, first you have to understand that grounded needles used in this way are basically really bad Falco lasers, and even if you got hit like 5 times in a row with these, you can still even up the percent with just one attack. If you can hit her with a decent combo, it can basically invalidate any damage she can do with needles, even a full stack. Secondly, because grounded needles have so much lag afterwards, you can simply shield or even get hit by the needles at close range and still have time to punish her. Also, a lot of Sheiks often throw their needles at similar places. If you see one wave dash back a few times under a side platform, you can be relatively sure some are coming your way and you'll have plenty of time to react to them. Aerial needles are a different story, but the best way to beat them is to get directly under her. This is not only an extremely vulnerable position for Sheik in general, but it allows you to start juggles easily. Alternatively, you can just stay out of their range, or even shielding them is also fine, as you can actually shield grab if she tries to needle grab. Instead, she has to use down smash or some other move on your shield to avoid getting grabbed. If Sheik does jump in the air, or you happen to be in the corner, you do have the option to just block her attacks. If you don't know anything about escaping her shield pressure, the first thing you want to practice doing is not doing something right after the Sheik does her aerial. This is usually the worst time to try something against most Sheik players, as they'll almost always throw out a tilt or a jab right afterwards. So here's what you want to do against each type of shield pressure. You can grab immediately after the first jab. This will also work against the first hit of up tilt as well. You will get hit if they do a second jab, but that second jab is even more laggy than the first one, and you can punish that. You can decide to grab after a forward tilt or down tilt. These moves are even more punishable than jabs, and you can use multiple ways to hit her out of them, like aerials and up smashes out of shield. Fox, for example, can actually punish forward tilt with wave dash forward out of shield into shine. If you're at low percent, you can cover multiple options by spamming A and holding down. In this case, no matter what she does, you'll be able to get a grab afterwards while only taking minimal percent yourself. Sheik's down smash will beat these options, but if you continue to be patient and shield, it is the most laggy of all of her options, and extremely punishable if you shield it. Most characters can either wave dash forward out of shield, or do a short hop aerial to hit Sheik, even if all 3 of the down smash moves hit. Sheik's safer options include jumping backwards with a second aerial or dashing away. These can reset the situation and also deteriorate your shield. However, this does mean that she won't have a hitbox out for a while, and it will allow you to escape. This same concept applies to empty jump grabs or an aerial straight into a grab. While it may seem scary to you when she does that, the Sheik player themselves also has to watch out for you throwing out a move right away, which will hit her out of her shield pressure. If it were up to me, I'd make them prove that they're willing to take a risk to try and get a grab first, before throwing out moves after their aerials. So, both holding shield or holding down can be great, but in case you are worried about being empty jump grabbed or anything like that, you can always buffer roll away. If you slightly delay the timing of your C-stick and do it right after her jab timing, it'll automatically get you out if they decide to jump again or dash back, or it'll buffer the roll right after her jab or tilt on your shield. This can be a safe option, but isn't good to spam too often, since if the Sheik is aware of your rolling habits, then they can be punished. A lot of people talk about Sheik's insane grab game, but honestly, they're probably just not that great at DIing. Or maybe they do get out of the combo, but make a mistake and end up in another grab. She should never be able to get more than 1 or 2 hits after a down throw if you can DI correctly. As a fast faller, simply being unpredictable with your techs and moving immediately after with a shine or a buffered escape can get you out of a lot of tech chases. Sheik does have good DI mix-ups at higher percents, but if you simply smash DI away on every hit, she can't get much follow-up afterwards. And you can survive her forward air up to pretty decent percents with good DI. And finally, edge guarding. Sheik's recovery is actually extremely linear, and there's a clear flowchart-based strategy that can net you a kill every time. You can check it out in our edge guarding Sheik video here. Check back in 1 week for the next in the series of how to beat blank, and for more matchup-specific guides. But before you go, last time on the Comment Wars we asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think you are? So I decided to whip up a quick cheat sheet so that you guys could get a sense of how good the tournament world actually is. This time we want to know, what do you think is Sheik's worst matchup in the game? Let us know by posting in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.